I'm Debbie Matici. I'm the president of the Tyler ISD Foundation. We'd like to welcome you all. We're thrilled to have you here with us tonight for our Night of Shining Stars. To let you know about the foundation, we're here solely to support the district. We look to give programs to the teachers. We provide programs like this for our students, and we're honored that we do get to be a part of their education. We're here this evening to celebrate excellence. Excellence in our academic achievements, excellence in teaching, and excellence found in the positive impact of the student-teacher relationship. We have an amazing group tonight. It's been overwhelming to watch the videos and to read the students' reports and to talk to the teachers as well about the impact they've had on each other. I'd like to recognize just a few people before we get to the fun part. We do have Dr. Patricia Nation here with our school board. Thank you for coming. Dr. Marty Crawford is representing our district, and we'll hear from him a little later on. We've also got, our foundation, TISD Foundation board members. If I could ask them to stand for just a moment. This is a group of volunteers that come together each year to raise funds and to provide scholarships for the teachers and for grants as well for the classrooms. I'm so proud to work with these people. They're amazing. They're such hard workers. And if you'd give them a brief hand. Thank you. I'd like to thank several people who've helped us put the program together. Our two lead high school counselors, Shauna Steele and Tamika Day. They have worked in endless hours getting the reports together from the students and helping us get vital information. Sandra Stanley is with the district, and she has done so much for us as far as design and preparing the programs and some other things this evening. TISD Video and Digital Media Department, Angela Deutsch, Greg McRae, and Jacob Walker. They did one of our videos this evening, and they're here this evening videoing us as well as we present the kids. Video Magic Productions has helped us with the videos as well. Pam Garrett is a very important part of the foundation. She's our administrative assistant. Betsy Jones is our new administrative director. And I'd like to thank both of them. They've put in huge hours and a lot of nerves and a lot of really hard work to make this evening a success. And now if I could have Adam Morrow come to the podium for our invocation. If you would stand, please.
Good evening. Would you bow your heads with me? Heavenly Father, the Bible says that every good and perfect gift comes from you. And so we want to pause for a moment and acknowledge you, because as we look around the room, we see that we have a lot of good things to be thankful for. God, we thank you for the community that we live in Tyler, Texas, that is full of people who contribute their gifts. We thank you for the businesses that have contributed to the foundation so that we can support teachers and students, for grandparents and parents and aunts and uncles who have been there for the families and these students. God, we thank you for the way you've shaped our community. And we pray, God, that your hand would continue to be on our community, that you would protect our families. God, we do not take for granted the community that we live in. And we seek you for your continued blessing. God, we thank you for the teachers that are represented here. God, more than TEKS and tests, you have gifted them to pull together a room of very different people to create systems and inspire students and create learning communities. And God, we are so thankful to you for the teachers in our community. And God, I pray for them and those on the stage and those elsewhere, God, that you would encourage them, especially this time of year. God, give them wind in their sails to make it just a few more days till summer. And I pray that you would give them a well-deserved rest this summer and give them a glimpse of the impact that they make. God, I pray that you would give them a conviction about the difference that they make in the students' lives that they impact. And God, we are thankful for the students that are represented on the stage here, for all of the hard work and dedication that it took to be here, and for the gifts and the hope for the future they represent. We pray for them that as they launch into their future and their lives, God, that they would discover the gifts that you have given them and how to contribute them to the communities they belong to. God, we pray that they would be a blessing to their families wherever they go from here. And God, we thank you for all of these things, recognizing you. We pray this in your name. Amen. Thank you. You guys be seated. One of the traditions of the Night of Shining Stars that we really love is the teacher reveal. And this is where students surprise their selected educator of influence with a statement that reads, "You're my shining star." And so here are a few highlights from this year's teacher reveal.
Walk straight back.
I picked you to be my shining star.
Oh, Courtney! Oh my gosh!
You've helped me so much this year, so I'm so thankful for you.
Oh my gosh, you are so precious.
Thank you so much.
Oh no!
I love you. You're like my second mom.
Oh my gosh! Oh, God, I love you.
I love you.
Oh my gosh, you are so precious.
Thank you.
I'm here to officially select you for Night of Shining Stars. You're my shining star, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let me see. Oh my gosh, can I cry?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you are my shining star too.
Thank you so much.
And so that is information for the event. This is Night of Shining Stars. So top 20 all get to pick teachers, and you're the teacher of the night.
Yeah, man. You know I'll definitely be there.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I gotta give you guys a big hug. Thanks, man. Well, thank you, Karen. All right. All right.
Take a quick picture, sorry.
All right.
1, 2, 3. There we go. Thank
All right.
you. Good job, Don. Let me get too puffed up
Thanks, bud. All right.
Let me take you off the flowers. What am I doing? You're my shining star.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you're welcome.
I'm so happy to be your shining star.
I'm glad.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's taking everything I have not to do my alter ego.
I know it. Dorothea would be great at this time. Mr. Shelley.
You are my shining star.
Yes.
Oh, what is it? You're my shining star.
Oh, awesome. I don't know what to do now. Just smile.
Just get ready.
Okay.
You were gonna dance for us too? Is that right?
I don't have a speech prepared for the Shining Star.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's alright. This is for you.
Okay.
And
Thank
this
you very
for
much. Oh, awesome. One of the best students I've ever had, if not the best. And that's saying a lot.
Well, all right.
For you.
Yeah, dude. Cool. That's awesome. Hey, thank you so much.
This is our class. Yeah. This is it.
Hey, Coach Morris. You're my shining star. Oh.
I love this kid.
Okay, so
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that's what I mean.
Oh, there's 3 seats there.
All right! Yeah! All of you, 3 of them. Wonderful. Thank you.
Surprise, yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Okay. They're hugging at the high school and they're holding stars and a cake. I mean, like, they know what pregnant women like. That's the goal. Thank y'all so much.
All right, so
It means a lot. You'll never know. And I'm always crying, but y'all will never know how much this means to people. So anyway, y'all have fun. Okay.
Best for last.
Girl, you are. Y'all are so sweet.
Well, you deserve it.
I don't know about that, but you guys do all the work. You know that, and you are very impressive. 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Of impressiveness. Yeah.
I loved your class, and it also influenced what I'm majoring in. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're the best. It's been fun. You know that.
Yes. You're my shining star.
Are you for real? Oh my goodness. Thank you very much. Oh my God, don't turn it off, I'm gonna cry. Oh my goodness. Are you for real?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, you're my shining star too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. One of many in the sky that lights it up. Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much.
I love you. I love this kid. Y'all are precious. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's have another round of applause. That was just absolutely fun and fantastic. And welcome everyone. My name is Gary Gross. I've been on the board 7 years or longer. I can't remember which, but it's been great. And what we do, you see, what you see, these wonderful kids and amazing teachers is what inspires us every day to do what we do behind the scenes. And basically, we are collecting money from donors, willing, generous donors at every level to just take that money and turn around and give it back to the teachers to the students, to staff, administrators. That works through grants. It works to support TISD programs and facilities and faculty development. So we feel so privileged to get to do what we do. If you look in your programs, you will see some of the donors are listed, but we would specifically like to thank Purdue, Brandon, Fielder, Collins, and Mott. Friends of the Foundation, which are our TISD employee giving partners, and it's absolutely amazing, but $1 a paycheck out of your turns into, when many people do it, when the weight is carried by many, that money turns right back around and becomes great scholarships and grants to keep the programs going. So we have Capital One, CarMax, the Junior League of Tyler, who has always been a great supporter of the foundation and of Tyler Independent School District, Tab and Bonnie Bell, and then I see a familiar name, that's me. My wife Lisa and I have been part of this for years and years and will continue. And the Watson W. Wise Foundation. So again, there is no gift too small, and we are glad and humbled by everyone who makes the effort, because what we simply try to do is help make the public school experience just that much better, and you can see the results tonight. Anyway, thank you all. And now Mr. Mark Laredo will talk to you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mark Laredo, a member of the Tyler ISD Foundation Board. It is now time for us to recognize each of these outstanding students and the educator who has had the most positive influence in their life and educational journey. As you'll see by the information listed for each student in your program, this is an exceptional group of young men and women that have excelled not only academically, but have also contributed to their campuses and community through leadership, activities, and service. It has been an inspiration to read how fully these students engaged in their education and appreciated the dedication of their teachers. We are also blessed to be recognizing a group of outstanding educators. After hearing from the students, it is clear that these teachers and counselor have poured their hearts and souls into the development of their students by challenging them, encouraging them, supporting them, and loving them. The students also prepared a brief video to share how their educator has impacted them. And so we'll have the opportunity to hear from each of them tonight. Without further ado, we'll begin with our first shining star. Jordan Avila from John Tyler High School. Jordan is receiving a presidential scholarship to Tyler Junior College and has been very active in service to his church. He selected his kindergarten teacher, Ms. Stacy Jeans, as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Ms. Jeans.
Hello, my name is Jordan Avila and my shining star is Stacy Jeans. The reason I chose Ms. Jeans as my educator is because she set the first step in my life as an educator, and because of her, learning was really fun. Not only did she teach me math, writing, and science, but she taught me how to work with others, to love myself, and to do everything I do with a smile on my face. Thank you, Ms. Jeans, for everything you've done, not only for me, but for my sister too.
Unfortunately, neither Jordan nor Miss Jeans could be here this evening, but we congratulate them on this achievement. Our next shining star is Kamal Baines from Robert E. Lee High School. Kamal will be attending the University of California at Berkeley to study environmental engineering sciences. She has been active with orchestra, student council, and HOSA. Kamal selected David Howard as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Howard.
Hi, my name is Kamal Baines, and when the time came around to pick a shining star, or the most influential person in my educational career, I couldn't think of a better individual than someone who actually influenced my major choice for environmental engineering and what I want to do for the rest of my life. And that person would be Mr. Howard. Through his environmental science class and this year through biology, I've been able to grow as a person and a student, and he has inspired me every day. Thank you, Mr. Howard, and I appreciate everything you've done for me.
Camel and Mr. Howard, please come forward. Our next shining star is Nathaniel Bilby from Robert E. Lee High School. Nathaniel will be attending the University of Texas at Tyler. He has been involved with HOSA, Orchestra, and National Honor Society. Nathaniel selected Allison Powell as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Mrs. Powell.
My name is Nathaniel Bilby, and I chose Miss Powell as my shining star. Over the past 2 years, she has always been there to help me with any problem that I have. Additionally, she has dedicated hours upon hours to help develop me into a better person, and for this, I'm especially grateful. Thank you, Ms. Powell, for everything that you've done.
Nathaniel and Mrs. Powell, please come forward. Our next shining star is Luke Bryans from Robert E. Lee High School. Luke will be attending Texas A&M University on a Terry Scholarship to study biology and Spanish. He has been involved with student council, soccer, and Young Life. Luke selected Diane Carnes as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Miss Carnes.
My name is Luke Bryans, and Miss Carnes is my shining star. I've known Miss Carnes since 7th grade, and ever since then, she's been my go-to person for any question I've ever had. She's always been extremely supportive, encouraging, and helpful, and if you get the privilege of getting to know Miss Carnes, you'll know that she truly cares for each and every one of her students, and that she wants what's best for us so that we can all achieve our highest potential. I'm very thankful for her.
Luke and Ms. Carnes, please come forward. Our next shining star is Esmeralda Castillo from John Tyler High School. Esmeralda will be attending Texas State University at San Marcos for political science. She has been involved with the debate team, Amigos Club, and the Science Club. Esmeralda selected Jason Brookshire as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Brookshire.
My name is Esmeralda Castillo, and my shining star is Mr. Brookshire. I've chosen a career as a diplomat in order to be able to explore new cultures and learn about new countries and their experiences. And in our history class, Mr. Brookshire has taught us that how the U.S. has played a major role in history, and even present still continues to do so. And I want to thank Mr. Brookshire for never giving up on me and helping me realize my future plans of becoming a diplomat, and in order to achieve them, to go to college and strive to be the student that he has shown me to be.
Esmeralda and Mr. Brookshire, please come forward. Our next shining star is Christian Chavarria from John Tyler High School. Christian will be attending Tyler Junior College and has future plans to study veterinary science. He has been involved with orchestra, FFA, and National Honor Society. Christian selected Chastity Chain as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Miss Chain.
My name is Christian Chevrier, and my shining star is Miss Chain. Throughout the year, she always pushed me and motivated me to do more than I always could. And I always thought, this isn't what I normally thought of teachers. And then I realized that she was a dual credit teacher and a teacher on this campus. And I realized that she had a lot more to fill because she had 2 slots. Well, I'd like to say thank you, Miss Chain. You've been a blessing for me. The year went by so fast. I would like to re-experience your class. It's just that good.
Christian and Miss Chain, please come forward. Our next shining star is Yaneli Chavez from John Tyler High School. Yaneli will be attending Tyler Junior College and has future plans to study biomedical studies. She has been involved with the Brigadette Drill Team, National Honor Society, and the Science Club. Yaneli selected Shannon Budd as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Miss Budd.
My name is Janelle Chavez, and my shining star is Miss Shannon Budd. Ms. Budd has helped me a lot throughout this year. It's been a really hard one for me, and she has just been an exceptional teacher. She has worked with me through everything, every single little thing. My senior year has been such a struggle for me, and she has been there for me through the personal and through the educational stuff. I cannot imagine having such an amazing medical assisting teacher, and I just hope to be an amazing nurse like she is one day. Thank you so much, Ms. Budd, for everything you've done for me. I will always have you in my heart.
Janelle and Ms. Budd, please come forward. Our next shining star is Emmanuel Daniels from John Tyler High School. Emmanuel will be attending Texas A&M University to study biology. He has been involved with National Honor Society, senior leadership, football, track and field, and Young Life. Emmanuel selected Jason Brookshire as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Mr. Brookshire.
My name is Emmanuel Daniels, and my shining star is Jason Brookshire. Mr. Brookshire is one of a handful of the teachers that has impacted my education. I've had the pleasure of having Mr. Brookshire for 2 years. He always encourages us to learn history for ourselves and how it impacts our own lives rather than going off of what we learn from others. Thank you, Mr. Brookshire, for being there for me these past 2 years I've met you, and I'll always remember you.
Emmanuel and Mr. Brookshire, please come forward. Our next shining star is Ria Dukal from Robert E. Lee High School. Ria will be attending the University of California, Los Angeles. She has been involved with HOSA, student council, UIL teams, piano, tennis, theater, and cheerleading. Ria selected Keith Schoen as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Schoen.
Hi, my name is Rita Call, and my educator of influence is Mr. Showen. The first day of school, his wisdom and his wit intrigued me. From that day forward, I looked forward to his class every single day because it served as a haven. Because of Mr. Showen's brilliance in the classroom, I gained a voice in my writing that I previously lacked. This is a voice that I can share today with family members, community members, and I hope to share in my future pursuit. Thank you so much, Mr. Showen, for all you've done for me.
Rhea and Mr. Showen, please come forward. Our next shining star is Aileen Diaz from John Tyler High School. Aileen will be attending Tyler Junior College on a presidential scholarship to study dental hygiene. She has been involved with National Honor Society, the Locker, French Club, and the Avid Club. Aileen selected April Caldwell as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Ms. Caldwell.
My name's Aileen Diaz, and my shining star is April Caldwell. I chose her because she's always in a good mood. She always has a smile on her face. She loves helping her students and actually cares for us. I really want to say thank you, Ms. Caldwell, for helping me. Even though this is the first year I had you, I really appreciate all you did for me.
Aileen and Ms. Caldwell, please come forward. Our next shining star is Daniel English from Robert E. Lee High School. Daniel will be attending Texas A&M University to study biomedical engineering. He has been involved with Eagle Scouts, band, National Honor Society, and church choir. Daniel selected Eddie Hill as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Mr. Hill.
Hi, my name is Daniel English. I'm a senior here at Robert E. Lee this year, and for my educator of influence this year, my shining star, I picked my 5th grade teacher, Miss Eddie Hill at Rice Elementary. Because of her passion and her love for the STEM fields and math and science, and just her love for education, I've been able to have that passion that she instilled with me has been able to carry me through and has been able to lead me to many successes and is really affected where my future is going to lead.
Daniel and Mrs. Hill, please come forward. Our next shining star is Karen Espinosa from John Tyler High School. Karen will be attending Tyler Junior College to study nursing. She has been involved with softball and a variety of community service activities. Karen selected Dr. Courtney Walls as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Dr. Walls.
My name is Karen Espinosa, and I chose Dr. Walls as my shining star. He has been such a great inspiration to my life, and he has shown me that through hard work and dedication, I can do great in the nursing field. Dr. Walls had a different style of teaching. He made his class fun, and he made it easier to learn all my medical terminology. And I want to say thank you to Dr. Walls for believing in me and pushing me through your class.
Karen and Dr. Walls, please come forward. Our next shining star is Fabiola Espinosa from John Tyler High School. Fabiola plans to pursue a career as a physical therapist assistant. She has been involved with National Honor Society, the Avid Club, and the Junior Reserves Officer Training Corps. Fabiola selected April Caldwell as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Ms. Caldwell.
My name is Fabiola Espinosa and I chose April Caldwell as my shining star. She has been the one who has always helped me out my 2 years of high school, and she has never gave up on me. She has showed me my way to success and has helped me progress in my education. Thank you, Ms. Caldwell, for always being there for me when no one else was.
Fabiola and Ms. Caldwell, please come forward. Our next shining star is Kyle Ferrer from Robert E. Lee High School. Kyle will be attending the University of Texas at Tyler as a presidential fellow to study biology. He has been involved with National Honor Society, HOSA, and band. Kyle selected Cindy Robinson as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Ms. Robinson.
Hi, my name is Kyle Fair, and I am a REL senior, and my educator of influence is Miss Cindy Robinson, who works at CTC. I chose Miss Robinson because I like to think of her as my mother away from home. She's really a guide, she's a mentor, she makes sure I do all my homework on time, makes sure I'm not stressed out as much as I think I should be. And she's also just an amazing teacher. She makes learning fun, she keeps it engaging, and so I just want to thank Miss Robinson for pushing me to be the best person that I could be.
Kyle and Mrs. Robinson, please come forward. Our next shining star is Halfreda Garrett from John Tyler High School. Halfreda will be attending Tyler Junior College. She has been involved with the band, volleyball, National Honor Society, HOSA, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Halfreda selected Sandra Taylor as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Miss Taylor.
Hi, my name is Halfreda Garrett, and I chose Miss Taylor as my shining star. I chose her because she's humble. She never fails to answer my questions whenever I have one, and she's always there for me. Whenever I'm having a bad day, Miss Taylor's dry humor is always able to get my spirits up. Thank you, Miss Taylor, for being there for me and putting up with me for this past year. I'm so thankful to have you, and I'm gonna miss you.
Halfreda and Miss Taylor, please come forward. Our next shining star is Courtney Kitchcock from Robert E. Lee High School. Courtney will be attending Texas A&M University to study allied health. She has been involved with student council, soccer, Southern Belle drill team, and National Honor Society. Courtney selected Diane Carnes as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Ms. Carnes.
My name is Courtney Hitchcock, and I chose Miss Carnes to be my shining star. Miss Carnes has the warmest smile, she has the biggest heart, she's always made me feel so welcome, she puts others before herself, she's so dependable, I can count on her for anything. I've always been extra and I ask her so many questions and she's always been the one to get the answers for me. She's helped me apply for so many scholarships and she's given me so much confidence to go out and try new things, and I just really appreciate her always having my back and being someone I can go and talk to about anything, and I just really appreciate you, Miss Carnes. I love you so much.
Courtney and Ms. Carnes, please come forward. Our next shining star is Bryce Holloway from John Tyler High School. Bryce will be attending the University of Texas at Austin to study physics. He has been involved with football, National Honor Society, UIL activities, Young Life, and powerlifting. Bryce selected Eric Sukinik as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Mr. Sukinik.
My name is Bryce Holloway, and my shining star is Eric Zucchini. I chose Mr. Zucchini as my shining star because he's really what a real teacher's supposed to be. He is very supportive, especially for my unorthodox career as going to a physicist, and he's not too strict. He'll joke around with us, but when it comes down to it, he'll get strict and make sure we need to learn what we need to learn. And that's what I really needed throughout my years at John Tyler in order to get me ready to go to UT Austin. Thank you, Mrs. Zucchini, for always supporting me and getting me ready to go off to college to continue my career.
Bryce and Mr. Zucchini, please come forward. Our next shining star is Muskan Hussein from Robert E. Lee High School. Muskan will be attending the University of Texas at Austin to study psychology. She has been involved with Key Club, choir, and National Honor Society. Muskan selected Allison Powell as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Ms. Powell.
My name's Muskan Hussein. My educator I chose was Ms. Powell. I chose her because she really taught me the value of hard work and really gave me a new appreciation for understanding, and she gives great advice, and she's so supportive and so helpful in so many ways, especially with the huge decisions that we have to make with college and our life plans as seniors. Well, Ms. Powell is probably my favorite teacher ever. She's so great and I just love her so much.
Muskan and Ms. Powell, please come forward. Oh, okay. Our next shining star is Casey Jennings from Robert E. Lee High School. Casey will be attending the University of Texas at Tyler to study kinesiology. She has been involved with band and the Rho Kappa Honor Society and National Honor Society. Casey selected Marty Germany as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Coach Germany.
Hello, my name is Casey Jennings, and my chosen educator of influence is Coach Germany. Coach Germany has been a mentor in my life, from helping me decide what to have for lunch to filling out last-minute letters of recommendation for my college applications. I'm very thankful for what he's done in my life and allowing me and Ben to crash in his classroom every single day, and I'm very thankful to be able to honor him.
Casey and Mr. Germany, please come forward. Our next shining star is Chris Kang from Robert E. Lee High School. Chris will be attending Amherst College to study neuroscience and liberal arts. He has been involved with National Honor Society, orchestra, and UIL activities. Chris selected Blanca Story as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Senora Story.
Hi, my name is Chris Kang. I chose Senora Story because she's not only a passionate educator of her subject, but also a profound learner of her students. She has truly influenced me in being a virtuous academic scholar and, more importantly, a human being. Thank you so much, Senora Story, for these last 2 years.
Chris and Senora Story, please come forward. Our next shining star is Kairos McFarland from John Tyler High School. Kairos will be attending Baylor University to study health science studies. She has been involved with volleyball, National Honor Society, HOSA, Student Council, and the Student Athletic Trainers. Kairos selected Neon Morris as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Coach Morris.
My name is Kairos McFarland, and my shining star is Non Morris. I picked Coach Morris to be my shining star because she has taught me for 5 years since 8th grade about what it is to be an athletic trainer, and she has shown me that athletic training and sports medicine is the career that I want to take on. She enjoys influencing others' lives through sports medicine, through rehab, through sharing her knowledge, and she has always been a great influence on my life, and I don't know where I would be without her today. So thank you, Coach Morris, and I love you, and I hope to see you in the future.
Kairos and Coach Morris, please come forward. Our next shining star is Abigail Molina from John Tyler High School. Abigail will be studying environmental sciences. She has been involved with orchestra, piano, and volunteering at Kissam Elementary School. Abigail selected Hector Aguilar as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Aguilar.
My name is Abigail Molina, and I chose for my shining star Mr. Aguilar. He has been good to me. He is honest. He has a great big smile. He laughs and it's very funny. He gives us hands-on instead of teaching us on a book. Thank you for brightening my future and making me be me.
Abigail and Mr. Aguilar, please come forward. Our next shining star is Elisa Munoz from John Tyler High School. Elisa will be attending Texas A&M University to study biomedical science. She has been involved with FFA, National Honor Society, the Locker, soccer, and the Mayor's Mentorship Achievement Program. Elisa selected Tom Rhodes as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Rhodes.
My name is Elisa Munoz, and my shining star is Tom Rhodes. Through him, I have gained so much as an individual and have appreciated his teachings even more over the years. I am proud to have Mr. Rhodes as my 4th grade teacher. Thank you, Mr. Rhodes, for everything you have taught me. I have greatly appreciated it, and I will remember you always.
Elisa and Mr. Rhodes, please come forward. Our next shining star is Maddie Murphy from Robert E. Lee High School. Maddie will be attending Tyler Junior College to study teaching. She has been involved with the Southern Belle Drill Team, Spanish Club, Student Council, theater, and Young Life. Maddie selected David Howard as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Howard.
Hi, my name is Maddie Murphy, and my Night of Shining Stars educator is William David Howard. He is my AP Environmental Science teacher. I was lucky enough to have him for my senior year, and I'm just so blessed that God gave me him right at the end of my journey through Robert E. Lee, because he just impacted me so much. He's always so genuine and just knows just exactly what to do to help me out and just allow me to learn to the best of my ability. So all around, Howard is just the best guy, and I'm so blessed that he was my teacher. Thanks, Howard. Love you.
You busted out all 3 names on you, didn't you? 3 names. Maddie and Mr. Howard, please come forward. William David Howard. Our next shining star is Julissa Nunez from John Tyler High School. Julissa will be attending Tyler Junior College to study early childhood education. She has been involved with National Honor Society, the Army Junior Reserves Officer Training Corps, FFA, and the Science Club. Julissa selected Norma McClung as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Ms. McClung.
I am Julissa Nunez, and my educator of choice is Ms. McClung. I have had the pleasure of knowing her for 3 years, and she is one of the most kind, caring people I've ever met. She goes above and beyond for her students as well as myself, and deserves some acknowledgement for all of her unsung efforts.
Julissa and Ms. McClung, please come forward. Our next shining star is Cody Olson from Robert E. Lee High School. Chris will be attending Baylor University to study biochemistry. He has been involved with band, National Honor Society, UIL, and the Academics Pentathlon. Cody selected Allison Powell as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Ms. Powell.
My name is Cody Olson, and I chose Mrs. Powell as my shining star. Both in English language and English literature, Ms. Powell has taught me not only how to write, but influenced the way that I speak, the way that I interact with others, and how I view the world around me. Also, this last year, Ms. Powell was basically my college super secretary, helping me connect to some really great people and access some awesome opportunities. So, Ms. Powell, thank you for everything.
Cody and Ms. Powell, please come forward. Our next shining star is Juliana Ortega from John Tyler High School. Juliana will be attending Tyler Junior College to study criminal justice. She has been involved with National Honor Society, tennis, orchestra, law enforcement, and senior leadership. Juliana selected Charles Sizemore as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Coach Sizemore.
Hello, my name is Juliana Ortega, and I chose my tennis coach, Charles Sizemore, as my shining star. I chose him because he has always supported me. He has taught me many things. He has taught me to never give up, to always fight for what I want, and he always believed in myself when I didn't. He always encouraged and helped me to learn skills and techniques to better my game. Thank you, Coach Sizemore, for being a great teacher and a great role model to me.
Juliana and Coach Sizemore, please come forward. Our next shining star is Hayden Razier from Robert E. Lee High School. Hayden will be attending the University of Texas at Austin to study chemical engineering. He has been involved with National Honor Society, band, theater, and the Ethics Bowl. Hayden selected Cynthia Pettigrew as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Ms. Pettigrew.
Hi, my name is Hayden Razier, and my educator of choice is Mrs. Cynthia Bowie Pettigrew. She was my first grade teacher, and I chose her specifically because she was the first educator I had that really made me appreciate learning and have fun in school. Mrs. Bowie Pettigrew, I wanted to say thank you for everything that you've done for me, allowing me to find enjoyment in my education and fostering my growth so that I could be the student who I am today. And I just wanted to say thank you for all that you've done for me.
Hayden and Ms. Pettigrew, please come forward. Our next shining star is Michelle Reyes from John Tyler High School. Michelle will be attending Tyler Junior College to study international business. She has been involved with National Honor Society, UIL, French Club, Future Business Leaders of America, soccer, and softball. Michelle selected Toby Wall as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Wall.
Hello, my name is Michelle Reyes, and I select Mr. Toby Wall as my educator of influence, not just because his skills for teaching, but also because he prepared us for the outside world, encouraged us to achieve our dreams and always be greater every single time that we do a task or a homework. I'm very lucky to have him like a teacher because he's the only one who can understand the Colombian costumes, like or food or culture, and he's very funny. Thank you, Mr. Wall, for being my shining star.
Michelle and Mr. Wall, please come forward. Any of that Colombian food you want to send my way is okay with me. Our next shining star is Kelly Ring from Robert E. Lee High School. Kelly will be attending University of Texas at Tyler to study nursing. She has been involved with the band, Mu Alpha Theta, and a variety of volunteer activities. Kelly selected David Howard as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Howard.
My name is Kelly Ring, and my educator is Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard is the kind of teacher who is willing to go over and beyond for his students and to make sure that they're successful. He is the kind of teacher that's always willing to help, and whenever he helps you, he always makes you feel like you're capable of doing anything. He makes you feel like you can conquer any test or any quiz or any assignment, and he pushes me to do my best, and he always makes me feel like I'm capable of anything, and that not only makes him a great teacher, but an amazing friend.
Kelly and Mr. Howard, please come forward. Our next shining star is Karina Rodriguez from John Tyler High School. Karina will be attending Tyler Junior College to study teaching. She has been involved with National Honor Society, orchestra, French Club, and tennis. Karina selected Demario Miller as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Miller.
Hi, my name is Karina Rodriguez, and my shining star is Mr. Miller. I had Mr. Miller my sophomore year as an English teacher, and ever since I walked into his classroom, I just felt a good vibe. Each day he greeted us at the door by a handshake, and each day he would just give us a little bit of our lesson, but also life lessons. And just throughout the years, I always felt like he impacted me in a good way. I just want to thank you, Mr. Miller, for everything you've done and that you left a good print into my life.
Karina and Mr. Miller, please come forward. Our next shining star is Katia Romero from John Tyler High School. Katia will be attending Tyler Junior College to study nursing. She has been involved in the National Honor Society, drill team, and tennis. Katia selected Jason Brookshire as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Brookshire.
My name is Katia, and my educator of choice was Jason Brookshire. If me or any of my classmates have a question about something and he doesn't know the answer, he goes above and beyond to find the answer to that question. He has helped us to reach our full potential. Thank you very much, and I appreciate everything that you have done for me for the past 2 years.
Katia and Mr. Brookshire, please come forward. Our next shining star is Marco Serna from John Tyler High School. Marco will be attending Tyler Junior College to study biology. He has been involved with soccer and volunteer activities. Marco selected Dr. Courtney Walls as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Dr. Walls.
My name is Marco Serna. My shining star is Dr. Walls, and the reason I picked him is because he inspired me to become what I want to be. I want to be a doctor when I grow up, and he's the coolest doctor I know. Always, every day in his class, it was really fun in there. He always taught something new. He made it interesting being the health science. Everything about him is what I want to be. I want to thank you for being a great teacher and a great friend. I hope one day I'll make you proud and I come back and say I'm a doctor just like you are.
Marco and Dr. Walls, please come forward. Our next shining star is Megan Sheffield from Robert E. Lee High School. Megan will be attending Texas A&M University to study biomedical sciences. She has been involved with the band, the school newspaper, UIL activities, National Honor Society, FFA, and Student Council. Megan selected Brian Persinger as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Persinger.
Hi, my name is Megan Sheffield, and I picked Mr. Brian Persinger as my shining star. He taught me how to play percussion in 6th grade, and he was my teacher in 7th grade and 8th grade in jazz band. I'm currently section leader of the drumline in high school, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without the help of Mr. Persinger. Thank you, Mr. Persinger, for helping me and teaching me for 3 years in middle school and giving me an experience that I will never forget.
Megan and Mr. Persinger, please come forward. Our next shining star is Jacorian Smith from John Tyler High School. Jacorian will be attending the University of Houston to study biology and business. He has been involved with the National Honor Society, Student Council, band, FFA, Angelic Voices, and the NAACP. Jacorian selected Lamisa Harden Jenkins as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Ms. Jenkins.
My name is Jacorian Smith. I go to John Tyler High School. I am actually an early grad, and I'll be graduating June 1st at Rose Stadium. I chose Ms. Jenkins as my inspirational motivator throughout high school because she has really pushed me beyond my expectations of myself and also my expectations of others. She has placed so many goals and values above myself that I didn't even know I had, and I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because without you, I feel like I will not be here standing in this position that I'm standing in right now. Thank you and love you.
Jacorian and Ms. Jenkins, please come forward. So early and in the top 20. That's impressive. Our next shining star is Matthew Spellman from Robert E. Lee High School. Matthew will be attending Earlham College in Richmond, Indiana to study French and environmental studies. He has been involved with theater, band, National Honor Society, and Marvin United Methodist Church Ministries. Matthew selected Jane Neal as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Madame Neal.
My name is Matthew Spellman, and the educator that I've chosen is Madame Jane Neal because over the 4 years that I've had her, she's really become like a mother to me, and I know that without her constant presence in my life, I wouldn't have been able to grow into the person that I am today. She hasn't just taught me how to speak French, she's taught me how to introspect and how to listen and how just to be a better person than I was when I started the program, and I am forever grateful to her for that.
Matthew and Madame Neal, please come forward. Our next shining star is Shelby Spurgeon from Robert E. Lee High School. Shelby will be attending Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee to study neuroscience. She has been involved with the National Honor Society, Southern Belle Drill Team, orchestra, student council, and 4-H. Shelby selected Daniel Hancock as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Hancock.
Hi, my name is Shelby Spurgeon, and my educator is Mr. Hancock. I chose Mr. Hancock as my educator because of his dedication towards teaching students English and because of his ability that allowed me to rediscover my passion for the subject. Mr. Hancock is not only a great educator and a great teacher, but he's also a great person and a great friend, and I just wanted to thank him for getting me through my junior year.
Shelby and Mr. Hancock, please come forward. Our next shining star is Caroline Trotter from Robert E. Lee High School. Caroline will be attending the University of Texas at Dallas for arts, technology, and emerging communication. She has been involved with the National Honor Society, Key Club, Yearbook, UIL, Art Club, and the Good Vibrations Vocal Ensemble. Caroline selected Keith Schoen as her educator of influence. Here is her message to Mr. Schoen.
My name's Caroline Trotter, and my educator of choice is Keith Schoen because over the past 2 years, he's really fostered in me a passion for writing in a way that recognizes the nuance of situations and in a way that is sophisticated. And also because over the past few years, he's always been willing to help me with anything I may need, like a college application or a scholarship or a letter of recommendation. And lastly, because he's always been willing to tolerate my unrelenting and stupid sense of humor that has plagued his classroom for the past 2 years. So thank you, Mr. Schoen.
Caroline and Mr. Schoen, please come forward. Our next shining star is Ben Wick from Robert E. Lee High School. Ben will be attending Texas A&M University to study chemical engineering. He has been involved with band, National Honor Society, Boy Scouts of America, and Toastmasters International. Ben has selected Neil Hicks as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Mr. Hicks.
My name's Ben Wick. I'm a senior here at Robert E. Lee High School, and my educator is Mr. Neil Hicks, one of the band directors here. He's had a profound influence on me as a musician and as a student. He's really been energetic and excited about teaching and learning, and he's just had a great impact on me and all the other students here at Robert E. Lee. He's taught me a lot of things and encouraged me to challenge myself and really develop and find myself as a person. And so I'm really thankful to have him as my educator.
Ben and Mr. Hicks, please come forward. Our final shining star of the evening is Jacob Wilson from Robert E. Lee High School. Jacob will be attending Texas A&M University to study engineering. He has been involved with band, Technology Student Association, UIL, and Camp Outreach. Jacob selected Sam Labordis as his educator of influence. Here is his message to Mr. Labordis.
Hi, my name is Jacob Wilson, and my shining star educator is my band director, Mr. Labordis. He came in knowing virtually no one here, and to see how he has impacted the students, how he has shown us what leadership is by example, by always being a friendly face, that has shown me how to become a better leader. I just want to say thank you, Mr. Labordis, for teaching me to be a better teacher, mentor, and person.
Jacob and Mr. Labordis, please come forward. Can't forget that. That concludes our Shining Stars, and now we'd like to invite Dr. Crawford, our Superintendent of Schools, to please come forward to provide us with some closing comments.
Obviously, one of my favorite nights of the school year. See, it's Tuesday, so far this week, it's my favorite night of the week. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Because I'm an educator first, and this has to deal with education and the champions of our schools, the academic champions of our schools. How about these students, Chris and Cody? You win tonight for the most polished tribute. If I have anything that I need to communicate to the media, I think I'm going to come find you two guys. I can make a little extra money. You will certainly do it without the East Texas twang that I have, and I'm very proud of y'all. We have a great education foundation that does a lot for our schools and for our teachers and our students. Let's give them a round of applause again. We do have campus leadership here with us tonight, and some of y'all have already recognized where they're at if they'll get off their cell phones. John Tyler High School, Chanel Howard Veazey, Tyler Lee, Dr. Dan Crawford. There you go. Early College High School, Del Center Frazier, and the Career Technology Center, Mr. Stephen Lentz. Can you give them a round of applause too? Also with us tonight, our Chief of Staff, Ron Jones. He's standing right there. There you go. He's my top assistant, and certainly glad to have him standing alongside me as we try to make this a great school system. Let's talk about graduation real quick, since I've got a captive audience. It's a little different this year because we've got a mess going on at Rose Stadium because of construction. Y'all are familiar with that. Give us a little bit of a break. It's going to be a little bit tight. All the seating is going to be on the visitor side in the berm, so you may think you may get there a little bit early. Graduation start times are 7:30 p.m., but please understand we're going to be checking the weather, and if we need to back it up 30 minutes, we'll let y'all know the week of graduation next week, just in case, because that is the sun field, and it might be a little bit warm on that side. So dress comfortably. Maybe don't bring as many balloons in your bouquet of balloons. Won't be able to set up your fireworks in the stands, and make sure that you do all your tailgating outside the stadium. Seriously, outside the stadium. Parents, guardians, and friends, thank you from Tyler ISD for allowing us the opportunity to help educate your child. We certainly understand it's been a partnership with y'all, And certainly we cannot take credit for everything that's occurred here. We've got great students here on the stage, those academic champions of Tyler ISD. We have debaters and artists, athletes, drum majors who have been incredibly successful academically in spite of their parents. Daniel, Doctor's English, I see you out there. Musicians, actors, really fast athletes who are also in the top 2 of their class. Emmanuel, shout out to you for that. Future lawyers, cheerleaders, mathematicians, journalists, evangelists, and praise team leaders. Future engineers and doctors and nurses. Scientists, AP scholars, team captains, writers, student government leaders, dancers, and volunteers within their community. The talent on this stage makes Tyler, Texas proud. We have great teachers and continue to attract great teachers. Mr. Labordas, for you to be on this stage in your first year is incredible. I've watched you from afar, and proud you chose East Texas, although I would have chose East Texas over Amarillo any day because we have trees and water. But welcome back home, Mr. Labordas. The educators on this stage are the best in East Texas, if not Texas. And some of them will need to create a special room for the amount of shining stars they've accumulated. I'm talking to you, Ms. Caldwell, Mr. Howard, Mr. Showen, and Mrs. Powell. Every year, you're up here, so pretty cool. Among the heroes within that teaching staff behind me of Tyler ISD are athletic trainers, shout out to you, Non, elementary school teachers, middle school teachers, high school teachers, Ms. Pettigrew, arts magnet teachers, career tech instructors, band directors, athletic and debate coaches, a doctor turned out to be a great teacher, imagine that, Dr. Wall. Counselors, student council, sponsors who maybe also do AP English, I don't know, department heads, college prep teachers, grade level leaders. Could you please stand if you're an educator on this stage so that you can properly be recognized? Stand up. Teachers. Thank you. Among the many schools that our great students are bound for, this is always my favorite part, and people think I'm always on my phone texting, but I love going through there and finding out where they're going to go to school so I can get up here and read it. So that's why I'm kind of on my phone at the beginning of this. Bryce, you're going to UT Austin. And I'm proud of you because I think UT Austin's a good school, and that's okay. TJC, which I think is the best junior college in the state of Texas. That other school on Highway 6, the one that y'all go whoop for, that's the other school on Highway 6. So Texas A&M Emmanuel, you're going there among others. And I think this one is really cool. I've had kids go to the East Coast in my span of my career to the Ivies, but I've never had one, much less two, of any school system I've been responsibility I've been associated with go to Cal Berkeley. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen Kamal and Rhea. Yeah. Cal Berkeley. UCLA, the University of Houston. Go Cougs. Tell Braylon hello. And Bryson, that's awesome. SFA, Texas State, Earlham College, Mr. Spellman, good to see you again. Found out he's a Libra, found that out last night. So I wanted to make sure that's a great liberal arts college, and that's an unbelievable opportunity that he's going to have. Rhodes College, Sam Houston State, UT Tyler. And I'm not going to miss this one because tonight we have two that are going to the, spelled with two E's, school on Highway 6, Baylor University. That's Karis and Cody. Where are you? Stand up. Karis, Cody, there you go. Yes. I got a little bit of that. All right. So I'm a little biased on that. So yes, this is the same speech that I gave to the students last year because, not that part, but this portion right here, because I do think it's relevant. And so teachers forgive me, I'm plagiarizing myself. I'm reminded of a sarcastic valedictory address referencing adjudicated education. In other words, they had to go to school. I was extremely unappreciative and disrespectful of the teachers and staff who provided that young man the opportunities to learn and to grow as an academician. While each of you are incredibly intelligent, way smarter than I am, your superintendent, don't be so arrogant and think that you are so smart that you did it alone. Don't ever forget your parents, your guardians, your friends, your preachers, and especially these great people that sit with you tonight, your teachers. On behalf of the Tyler Independent School District Board of Trustees and Tyler ISD administration, thank you for choosing Tyler ISD. All of you in this audience, all of you that are sitting here behind me tonight, we're extremely proud of y'all. And as we conclude this tonight, thank you for a special night. And thank you, Tyler ISD's Foundation, for your Education Foundation, for your continued support of our students and staff. We are concluded, and I invite all of you to join the foundation and the district for a reception of fine food. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you for choosing Tyler ISD. Thank you.